I'm pleased to say I'm joined by the newly crowned Masters champion, Chris Dobey. Thanks for the time, Chris. How you doing?
Not a problem. I'm good, thanks. Obviously, a whirlwind 72 hours or so, but I'm starting to get used to it now.
Good to hear. Yeah, we're talking on the afternoon of the Premier League Media Day. This time last week, could you have imagined you'd be in Belfast right now as part of it and a day away from starting your first full season in the Premier League?
Definitely not. Obviously, I said to a few of the boys before the tournament, if I was to go on and do well and win it, I still didn't think that I would be because of where my ranking is at the minute. But going on for the last 2 years, the Masters champs went on to get in the Premier League and obviously went on to do well. Johnny winning it and Joe was runner up last year, so yeah, it was nice. Obviously, I put the questions aside each time after every game to asking about the Premier League, and I just didn't want to speak about it until I finally got over the line. And once I had that winning double and I got in, and it was afterwards. You've got to take every chance when the opportunity is given to you.
Definitely. Well, we'll come back to the Masters, but at the back end of last year, you had some good runs as well. Quarterfinals of the Grand Prix, semi-finals, European Championship, then that run to the quarterfinals at Ali Pali. We noticed the finishing as well. I think firstly from that game with Luke Humphries in the World Grand Prix, you had 2 or 3 big finishes in a short race to 2 sets. The finishing, that's something that you've been working on, right?
Yeah, I've put a lot of work and time in on my finishing because I know I can live with the best of them with my scoring. It's only me finishing that's been letting us down over the last few years. But yeah, I've worked hard on the finishing side of my game, and it's starting to pay off.
Early on last year, away from the board, you had a management change as well. You were with Dunvegan, who had been with you from the start of your time in the PDC. You joined ZXF Management. Talk us through that decision and how much has Martin and the team helped you so far?
Yeah, obviously, Dunvegan were a big part of my career at the start. Obviously, when I first joined, they gave me that opportunity to go forward and to play on the tour. If it wasn't for them, I might not be where I am today. So I have to give thanks to obviously Tommy and Steph for that. But coming over to ZXF with Martin and joining the likes of Nathan Aspinall, Andy Bolton, Louis Williams, and you've got young Luke Littler, Ryan Murray, and Peter Jukes as well. So they're all good lads. A few of them on the tour last year. There's only me, Nathan, and Louis at the minute, but Andy and that's still playing on the Challenge Tour and he's high up so he can get in. So yeah, a great bunch of lads. I haven't got a bad word to say about them, and yeah, I'm just happy with my management, my game, everything. We just seem to bond and get on with each other well, so that's a good start on its own.
Got to mention another title that you've won, and that was with your dad, Gordon, winning the UKDA men's pairs last year. How special was that day to partner alongside him and win that title?
Yeah, it was. To be honest, it was hard because it was a long old day. I was playing in the singles as well, and obviously my dad, I think he lost it pretty early in the singles, so he was standing around, waiting around the majority of the day. So I didn't want to let him down. So all my focus was going into the doubles game with my dad. So I didn't want to let him down at all. But it got a bit. In the singles, I kind of took my foot off the gas, and obviously I ended up losing. And like I said, my focus was on the doubles. I didn't want to let my dad down, and to win that and see his face, because every single down match means a lot to me, Dad. It probably meant more to me, Dad, the other day with me winning as well than it did with me, because he gives us a hard time, obviously, playing darts, and he criticises everything in my game, but now to get that win, it means a lot, and it'll keep him off me back.
Good times. Well, the year ended with that run to the quarterfinals at the World Championship. You beat 2 former world champions, Gary Anderson, Rob Cross. You said after the win against Gary that he said something which upset you. Have you two spoke about it since then?
No, not really. Just like I say, I'll just get on with my game. I'll try and prepare for my own games all the time, and I move forward. Obviously, from the World Championships, it was a great run, but now we haven't spoken. So I haven't really seen him to speak well. So, but like I say, I'm sure we'll speak, and there was no hard feelings. Obviously, it was just one of those things.
Well, let's get on to the Masters, and we could be changing your nickname from Hollywood to the Premier League Killer, because you may have ended the hopes of 4 players by beating them at the weekend. Joe Cullen, that 1-2-5 finish, he described as a killer. You had that 160 against Luke Humphries at a crucial moment. So how were you feeling going into that Sunday, the final day?
Yeah, obviously you touched on the big finishes at the right times. Obviously the 1-2-5 was a pivotal moment in the game against Joe. The 160 against Luke, and I think there was a 140 against Dirk as well in the third game after. I think he just hit a 10-dart leg, and I replied with a 140 shutout. So the big finishes were a key part of my game, and I think there were turning points in each game as well, which give me that confidence to go on to see the game out.
Yeah, I said it on our show, watching on at home, it felt like every important moment or every crucial leg, you were winning them all tournament. Even in the final, you had 11 and 12 darters to pull away against Rob Cross. And when you get to 10 legs, you're 1 leg away from that title. Yeah. What was it like stepping up to the hockey, being so close to it?
Yeah, it's always hard, obviously, because I've never been in that position before in my first major final. But to get over the winning line, I'm sure, I'm not going to say it'll be easier, but I think I won't feel as much pressure throwing at the winning double in the next TV final.
And the winning leg as well, you had a go at the 170 to win it. The previous visit, going down for the 17s with your last start, was that on purpose to try and leave the big fish?
Yeah, always. Obviously, the 170, it's nice to finish on a big one, but it was always my aim, and obviously missed the ball for it. I automatically thought when the 2 treble 20s were in, I automatically thought to myself, obviously Nathan Aspinall come to mind. He played Rob Cross in the final of the UK Open, and he finished on the 170. I said, so why can't I do it? Obviously missed the ball, and then I don't know what happened after that. I got a bit nervy in the end trying to close the game, but got over that winning line.
Yeah, he definitely did. That next visit, the 41, the first start slips just under treble 9 going for the single. The visit after you had a dart bounce out and you hit that double 16 last start. So how did you hold it all together there?
Just like it's composure. Obviously the way I've been working on my game, finishing wise, and I think that's just played a key part of it and helped us a lot. So hopefully I can take this win and go on to win many more. And like I said before, I shouldn't be as nervy or edgy as I was against Rob.
Well, that win, that has got you in the Premier League, and we should ask as well, because you've changed your walk-on to Let's Get Ready to Rumble, but I'm assuming the night in Newcastle you'll be going back to Local Hero again?
Yeah, it's got to be done. Obviously, it's nice to give someone back to fans, and obviously the fans in Newcastle, born and bred Newcastle fans, and they'll love the moment just as much as I will, so we'll definitely do something for them, and hopefully go one better than I did a few years back. Speaking
of Newcastle, we've got Glenn Durrant on the show this week, and we saw the nice present that you got him a while ago, that Newcastle shirt which you wore, and then we saw you posing in a Middlesbrough shirt. So we want to know who wore the shirt the longest. Was it Glenn in the Newcastle shirt or you in the Middlesbrough shirt?
Glenn wore his the longest, his fit in. Mine was just a joke with a friend, and he was looking for a Middlesbrough shirt all over, and he couldn't find one, and then this shirt just appeared out of nowhere, and it was absolutely massive, so I couldn't have it on any longer than a few seconds, but it's a laugh and carry on, and like I said, we're all good friends, and we all like to have a laugh, and I hope to see Glenn soon, and I miss the banter with Glenn. We'll still keep in touch over message probably every day, really, you can say, but yeah, I miss the banter.
Well, last night we saw Newcastle make it through to the League Cup final at Wembley. Did you manage to still make it to St James's Park, or were you preparing for the Premier League?
Yeah, I was there. I was there and came over here early this morning, so it was nice to be part of that, and obviously get ourselves to Wembley. It's just the way we're playing lately. We're doing well, and we're confident. We're not of anybody. We're confident of beating anybody. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing who we'll face, and fingers crossed we can get a bit of silverware.
Just a few more before we let you go, and let's look ahead. Your first full year in the Premier League. I know you usually play in a local league on Thursday night, so have you told your teammates the bad news you're not going to be able to play for the next
I have. I was with one of the lads the other day. He came to my house and obviously he congratulated us, and I said, you do know that means I can't play Super League. He said, oh, never mind the Super League. He said, we'll have you on the TV every Thursday night, so you're there with us anyway. So it is. It's a great feeling. I know they'll be 100% behind us, and my dad, he might not play on Thursday anymore. He might just stay in the house because I know he gets more nervous than I do. So I think it could be the end of him as well.
Oh no! Well, touching on the schedule, it's worked out well for you as well, because we've seen this year the PDC have moved the European Tour qualifiers to after the Players' Championships. They used to be on the Fridays. They're now going to be after. And as someone who's outside that Pro Tour top 16 at the moment, that's quite handy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that it's probably key for me, that because playing in the Premier League on the Thursday and doing the qualifiers on the Friday would have been hard. But yeah, we've got a few days extra now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. I'm happy with my game, and hopefully I can get a few more titles to my name, and who knows what this year will bring.
Just lastly, before we let you go, I think back to when we first spoke and talked about your early years in darts, 2014, winning the Riley's qualifiers, the World Masters run to the last 32. That was what gave you the belief to try out Q School, then getting your tour card. Your first year, you were practicing 4 or 5 hours a day, still working at the same time. And when you look back at it now, what does it mean to you and everyone who supported you on the way to have won the Masters, and when you walk out tomorrow night as a Premier League player?
Yeah, it means the world, obviously. I'm not one of those players that forget where they come from. I'm humble. I'll stay. I'll still go back home, and if I can, I'll play local leagues with the lads to help the team out. I'm one of them. I like to go out with a banter. I've got all the support in the world back home, family, friends, all the dart lads. I know 99% they'll be there at the Newcastle Arena there, so I'm especially looking forward to that one. But you get me or my sponsor management who travel all over to come and watch us as well, so it's nice to have them on the journey, and hopefully they can continue the Premier League journey with me. And who knows, like I said, I'm playing well enough, so I'm looking forward to this campaign and see how I end up in the Premier League.
Looking forward to seeing it as well, Chris. Congratulations on winning the Masters at the weekend. Congratulations on the call up to the Premier League, and wish you all the best for that. What else is to come in 2023 as well?